This is Marley. She fell in love with controlling men's money.
I make 6 figures a year telling men what to do. I have a client that sent me $1,000 to be unblocked. 2 hours later, he sent $2,500.
Marley has clients who pay to do her household chores.
She gives me a task. I like to enjoy to do that.
95% of my clients are white men.
No shit.
As a black woman, I see my work as reparations.
But less obedient people on social media think that what Marley is doing is wrong.
I was gonna have this white on a leash. Next thing I know, this just was like blowing up, going crazy. There was some like people in my inbox calling me the N-word, saying you should be on a white man's leash. So I wake up in the morning, I go to see what men have sent money overnight, what men are inquiring about sending me money. They send me cash, they run my errands, they clean my apartment. Everything that I want in life, these men are there waiting hand and foot. My name is Mistress Marley. I am a woman that takes money from men. They pay me just to be around me, just to speak to me. Who's gonna send me money today? I'm going out shopping, I need to be reimbursed. So boys, if you're watching this, make yourself useful, send to my Cash App. I don't need to pay for anything when I go out today. Everything is funded by you. I own your wallet, as you know. I started this work fresh out of grad school. I took on a corporate job, but I felt like the job, I wasn't really making any money from it. I was having a lot of anxiety. So out of curiosity, I just went online and I searched up how to make money online as a woman.
She got a job after grad school, which means what? She's attained a master's degree? Why go through all this college? I don't understand why they pay for all this college and never use these said degrees. Whatever, man.
Webcamming came up, but I wasn't really into webcamming. And I stumbled upon so many women that were pretty much having clients send them money for existing. I'm here now 6 years later. This client, for example, was saying I'm gonna empty his bank accounts. That's like a fun little thing we like to say. The ones that just like to talk and they haven't sent any money, I kind of just ignore them. The first amount of money that I ever got from a man, well, I had went out to eat and I had posted my receipt online, like reimburse my meal is $50. And then someone randomly sent me $50. And I was like, this is real. When I got that first send, I was like, okay, I need to take this more seriously. The biggest amount I've ever received from one client in an hour was $5,000. Every day is different for me. For instance, I have a client that sent me $1,000 to be unblocked. He wasn't living up to my standards. He was getting on my nerves. I still felt like he needed to be blocked. So then 2 hours later, he sent $2,500 and says, I will do better. But he might get blocked again because he's not doing better. We don't thank our clients for sending money. They know they're supposed to send that money to me. I'm not thanking them for something that they're supposed to do. In total, I've probably had over 500 men send me money. I can earn anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000 weekly, and then yearly, anywhere of $100K and up. And then you'll have some clients that will come to you and tell you directly what they're looking for. Like, I wanna run your errands, I wanna clean your apartment. So today I have Beta coming over. He's gonna give me money for pretty much taking care of whatever I need done around the house today. Beta, you're finally here. It took forever.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Small.
Come in.
Thank you.
Today you're gonna be cleaning my kitchen so you can take that stuff over to the kitchen.
Okay.
Move quickly.
Thank you. She gives me a task. I like to enjoy to do that. Everybody has some limits, and she respects that.
So what have you been doing in your free time? Been thinking of how you're gonna serve me?
Yes, Mrs.
Louder.
Yes, Mistress.
Right, as you should.
Imagine paying someone to come over to their crib, apartment, and clean it for them. This is wild. And also one other thing, these aren't men. I'll give my opinion about this young lady here in the line of work a little bit later on in the video, but these aren't men. Men have self-respect for themselves. These are boys who happen to have disposable income. A real man would never do any bullshit like this, never.
The cleaner my house, the better I feel. Faster, faster, faster. I don't have all day. Go. Compliment me.
It looks wonderful.
Tell me how beautiful I am.
You are looking gorgeous, Mrs.
I know, it's an honor to serve me, isn't it?
Yes, Mrs.
Exactly. I never feel like I'm taking advantage of Beta because anything that happens between us, I always communicate ahead of time. I always like to ask in advance, what's your schedule for the week? In what capacity can you serve me this week? Make sure I establish boundaries with the client. All right, move. Let me see now. This is mutually beneficial because we're both getting something out of the arrangement.
What does he
Sometimes
get?
I feel that this is the purpose of my life, that I need to do service for women, and especially for Mrs. Marley. Yes, I enjoy myself a lot.
What do you give Beta as a reward?
I mean, as a reward, he gets to be in my presence. Beta, I need a footrest. My feet hurt.
Thank you, Mrs.
Good boy. I feel like a big reward too is like he gets to be around all these powerful women.
What
Just
powerful
being
women?
able to reward him by having him in spaces where he can also thrive too, as a man that likes to be controlled.
I
What powerful women do you have him
feel
around?
safe with her, that if anything goes wrong, she's always there for me to protect me.
You did a good job.
Thank you, Mrs.
I'll have you back next week. You can leave now.
Thank you, Mrs. Goodbye, Mrs.
Bye.
Thank you.
I have this
Weirdos.
bag of great little things. This right here is very important to me. So this was the first ever tool that I bought when I first started. And it has my name on it. And then it also has reparations on the back. 95% of my clients are white men. I've had men that say, you know, I want to pay you for what my race did. As a Black woman, I see my work as reparations because it is. The money that I make from this, I'm some way, somehow always giving back to my community. I've done like backpack drives, I've done like holiday drives, and that's why I just like to include it in my work.
What? You helping out the community while doing this?
This is a video that went viral of me at homecoming. And I had to let them know that's not my sugar daddy, that's a client that pays for that. The client had reached out and he was like, you know, I want to be walked on your leash at your homecoming. I went to a historically Black college. So like I knew it was going to be like all Black people there and I was going to have this white on a leash.
Wow.
Next thing I know, this just was like blowing up, going crazy. And there were some like people in my inbox like calling me the N-word.
Of course there were.
Saying,
Crackers
you should
ain't
be on a
having
white
that.
man's leash. One person was like, it's one thing to do this at home with somebody you would care about. It's another to humiliate an old man. I'm like, you guys don't understand that he reached out to me. The client also loved it. Like I have a conversation with him where he was saying, I loved being on your leash. You were bomb yesterday. There's valid concerns in like my client's state of mind. There are some potential clients I've had in the past that messaged me and I could tell they were not mentally in a good space. I think it's better to ask questions than to just assume.
No
A lot of the
shit.
criticism I get back is that I'm taking advantage. I'm taking from them because they don't know anything else. You figure out what they can afford through conversation. So like if you have that client that can only stand for like coffee or like breakfast, you pretty much know like that's what they can afford. The judgment in the beginning when I first started was a lot because I wasn't used to being at the forefront, being so public facing. It's to the point now where it's like, I really don't care. They're still gonna have their opinion. At the end of the day, it's not gonna change. So the best thing I could do at that time for my mental health was just block them. I also make money by throwing educational events for women that want to get into this type of thing. Hi ladies, I'm Mistress
Consultations.
Marley, and today I'm going to be giving you the top 3 tips on how to get men from money. Get men from money. That's a new one. I throw them all over the world. So women come together, we network, we learn how to do this work safely. Are you more sadistic? Are you more powerful? Are you more nurturing? You need to figure out who you are in this space. There have been like comments surrounding like, am I promoting something dangerous? That's why I'm really, really big on teaching about safety, teaching about vetting each client. The warnings that I like to give women coming into this industry is not to have unrealistic expectations because some of them come in and they think they're going to make $5,000 their first day, and it's not always like that. Another warning I like to give too is to just be careful about who you're speaking to. There are some men that will try to scam you. Making sure you're not giving out any personal information, anything that can be identifying, just really protecting yourself.
That's cool and all, but didn't you have my man come over your house? That could be extremely dangerous, but okay.
I feel very empowered by the work that I do. There were times in college and undergrad where I was like in a relationship. I felt like I was being controlled. So taking my power back from that. I also feel empowered just helping other women. They just feel
Empowered.
so great after they leave. Like I did something today. I told a man what to do and he did it for me and I didn't feel guilty after. A lot of women feel guilty of asking men to do things that benefit them. My ultimate message to other women about my work is just take back the power in your life. You only have one life to live. Just move around like you got it going on because we do have it going on as women. I'm headed to the dungeon to control men some more for the rest of the night. We're here. We're about to enter the dungeon. This is where everything happens. There's certain things that we use in here, but of course I can't show you all because you have to pay for that. The backgrounds of these men that come here vary. So some of them are CEOs, some of them work on Wall Street, doctors, educators, police officers. Most of the men do have jobs where they're in high positions of power and they come to see people like us so they can just get rid of that power, even if it's just for an hour. I don't like to date clients. I like men that are going to take the lead. And a lot of people find that to be ironic, but when I'm in my personal relationships, I like dating alpha males. On the first date, I will tell them what I do. Sometimes it takes some explaining. I do want a long-term relationship, so I want to get married, I want to have children. I want something definitely separate from the lifestyle and what I do.
Ain't no alpha male going for that, lady. I guarantee. And that's not me wishing bad on her, but ain't no real dude gonna be with a woman who's doing this for a living. Different from dating an OnlyFans chick or a stripper or any type of sex worker. What's she talking about? That's
I
cap.
can see myself doing this job till I'm 80, 90 years old, you know, being really old, like give me your money, like in a nursing home or something like that. This lifestyle has been able to make a better life for myself. I've been able to give myself that creative freedom to just not feel like I'm, you know, behind bars or just locked in a box. To people who judge me, I pretty much just say, judge all you want, the money's still hitting my account the same.
Few things. Where do we start? She says that she wants to do this until she's 80 or 90 years old. And it's crazy she said that because that was one of the thoughts I first had watching the video was that you know this is not going to last forever, right? Again, I'm not going to come off as no hater to this woman. If there are men who's willing to pay money to have you abuse them and boss them around, that's definitely some type of kink, fetish. I don't know what it is. Maybe we'll put it on the screen. I'll look it up. But that's because you're still young and attractive. They're not going to be doing that same thing and spending that money on you. If you're 50, 60, if you're 50, 60 years old, you're out of your mind. And not hating. Says she make about $3,000 to $5,000 a week living in New York City. That's just over $100,000, which is definitely nice amount of money. Not great for New York City, so I don't think it's overly balling. And another thing that women like this will always say that there's no type of sex being exchanged for that, which I'm saying.
You do realize that we can see you lying, right?
And I thought that at first. Then she did the whole dungeon where I can't show you. Come on, man. Somebody's getting taken to Pound Town. And as I stated before, at the end of the day, those men doing this, there aren't men. And you notice she said, I want to be in a serious relationship. I want to be married and I want to have kids one day. You know why she can't do that now? And one day may never be able to do that, even though I'm not wishing that on her. No man with a backbone is going to seriously date a woman like that. It's like no real man, alpha man is going to go on a date, an OnlyFans model, a stripper, a sex worker. Can't have it all. And I've said this before on this channel. So many women truly believe that they can have it all. I could be a stripper at night showing my butthole online for 99 cents a picture. I could also be an elegant, feminine woman who's respected by her family, peers, and society. You cannot have it all. I can't be a dope boy and work on Wall Street. Not how they work. So more power to this lady. And looking at the comments from this video, they're all like, you go girl, you go girl. I wonder if these same women would feel that way if he was doing that to someone's man. And even I said this as well. Those are those men voluntarily giving her the money. Just because you have the option to do so, should you really do it? Because even on a subconscious level, whether or not you may want to admit to it or say they're doing these things voluntarily, you're taking advantage of someone at the end of the day. So many women in the comments have said, well, hey, these are men, they're voluntarily doing this. And you know what I thought? You know what I thought? If it was a man pimping women voluntarily sign up to be his hoe, go out and walk the blade and bring him back that cash, voluntarily doing so, I wonder if those women would have those same thoughts. I think we both know the answer. You guys let me know what you think. Do Better Squad. Fall out.